Morning, good morning. It is Sunday and I'm outside Rapha. I am now a fully fledged RCC member and that's why I wanted to document this today. I'm going to chat a little bit more about it later on. But this is going to be my first Sunday ride as a member.
With several place groups within that.
We're just discussing where all the climbs are, all the steep bits. Oh yeah. I'm just going back. At this. Beautiful. Why I wouldn't join Rapha. Where do I start with this? I'm going to start talking about two of my bestest friends in the world. Gotta sound like a 5-year-old. And they're my bestest friends. They are two of my best friends. Darius and Jay. You've probably seen in the videos. You've definitely seen Jay. So yeah, we've always ridden together. And then a while back, Darius joined Rapha. And at the time, I was like, what on earth are you doing joining Rapha? They are so pretentious. Everything's pink. And I just think, not that there's anything wrong with guys wearing pink at all. I quite like it. And God, it's so cliquey. Like, why would you do that? Like, and I was a little bit, I've got to be honest, I was a little bit offended. I was like, well, why are you like riding with them and not wanting to ride with us anymore? I was, honestly, it was... yeah, I was pretty upset about it. There was one night, actually, just very briefly, one night, we were all meant to go out and then Darius at the last minute said, oh, I'm going to go out with Rapha instead. So me, Jay and some of our other friends, cyclists in Manchester, went out. And the night before, I like had a little tear. I sobbed and I was like, why does he not want to come out with us? I was just having I was on my period, to be honest. It was a pretty emotional evening for me. Anyway, aside from that, and then not long after, Jay joined and I was like, Jay, you're jumping ship. I can't believe you're gonna be in all the bloody kit as well, all this fancy, expensive kit. Why would you do that? Oh my God, like why would you do it? Not that I've got, they can do what they want. It was more like a piss take. I was like, oh my God, you're so pretentious, the pair of you. It was never like mean ribbing. It was always just like piss taking. Like, oh my God, you're in Rapha. What on earth are you doing? And then very slowly, they got into it. They were riding, and Rapha put on loads of events, like free events at their clubhouse that non-Rapha people can go to. And I kind of reluctantly went to a few of those because I was like, I would never join Rapha. It's so pretentious. It's expensive. Like, that's not what riding should be about. Anyway, I went to a few of these things. I ended up going on like a couple of rides. Like, they do like women's rides on a Saturday. And they kind of let you go to a few of the social club rides so that you can just kind of see if you like it or not. Long story short, I've joined Rapha. And I kind of wanted to talk about it because I feel like Rapha, and I'm the first to admit that I thought this, I think they get a really bad rap. I really, really do, because like I honestly, I was like, oh, they're so pretentious. It just wasn't like that at all, and I feel so mean for thinking it. I think sometimes that's the perception that you get. And I went and tried like a couple of different clubs, and the one that fit me best was Rapha, because they do like a lot of stuff for women. They do like 2 different club rides on every other Saturday. So they do like a regular pace, like a social ride, and then like an intermediate. And they genuinely put on a lot of stuff like within the cycling community. They're always putting on like free talks, like mechanics talks. That was where I met Phil Burt, the physio. I say physio, the bike fit, the ultimate bike fit guy, and he was there talking about bike fit. And they put on loads of free events, and the rides and stuff that they put on, they're just so good, and the people are genuinely really, this is not like an ad for Rapha. I just wanted to talk about it because I kind of find it funny that I was so anti-Rapha, and now I'm like, actually I think it's a really, really good, fun, very inclusive environment. And like some of the people I've met there are like the people that I ride with a lot now. So one of the guys there, Les, if you're from Manchester and you do like you'll know Les, he just puts on all the routes. He's just a top guy. And some of the women that I've met there, so like, I'm not name people, but yeah, some really, really nice, strong women. And like, why would you not want that? And so I feel like if there is, and there obviously is one near me, they're not all over the country. But I just kind of wanted to share that. because I do feel like I was so anti it, and then now I'm like, I'm out with the Rapha guy, right, guys and gals on Sundays. And yeah, I think that's the main thing of trying to find a club. Like, you've got to try a few different ones. There'll be some that you don't really like as much, or you don't gel as much with, and you've got to get out of it what you want from a cycling club. And yes, there is a cost, and it's higher than most clubs for Rapha. But for me, I feel like the extras that you get of the free stuff they put on, like all the free workshops and just obviously the free coffee. I don't drink coffee, but you can have a tea instead. The extra stuff that they do in the community, then I think actually, I do think that's worth it. And obviously it's up to you. You don't have to do that. It has got to fit what you want. And yeah, the Rapha Manchester one does for me. And also, what I should point out is, one of the things I thought, I was like, well, I'll come, but I'm not wearing any of the kit. You don't have to wear the Rapha kit. Like, a few of us weren't in any Rapha gear. I think I had Rapha bottoms on. But yeah, like, there's other people that aren't in any Rapha. Don't feel like you have to wear all Rapha gear, because it is expensive. It's nice quality stuff, but it is expensive. Don't feel like you have to get all that stuff to be part of the gang, because you don't. So yeah, on that note, I will see you next video. I was trying to think of my other outro, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I'm just going to stop the winking because it's just embarrassing. It's just embarrassing me in front of you lot. In fact, I couldn't be embarrassed in front of you lot. You've seen me at my worst, probably. Remember the time when I was like, I'll put a link to this video, just in case you've not seen it for a while. My friends like Darius and Jay always bring it up. It's the worst I've ever felt. It's the worst I've ever felt. That's probably one of my favourite own YouTube videos, and it wasn't even an intentional video. I didn't realise it was recording. I'll leave that there. So if you're new to the channel, you've not seen that video, and you've bonked on a ride before, then please watch that, because it'll make you feel a lot better. I'm sure you didn't react how I did, because it was pretty dramatic. Anywho, I will see you next video.